And what would it look like to make False Creek a living lab for not just Vancouverites, but for the millions of visitors that come to this beautiful city as well?
There are, in the busier times of the summer, and I think this is still true on the BC ferries, there's a naturalist on board who will talk to people about, and if they're lucky enough to see a whale, of course, they've got a lot to talk about, but even just, the natural history of the Salish Sea. And we could absolutely have, guided walks along the seawall or boat trips up and down False Creek, arrange some of the floating docks. Those walk right past some pilings with a surprising amount of life on them. We can just, put little signage down. It's like, yeah, when you come down here, here's some things to look for, and here's some of the neat little ecological stories that go with that. And, people learn things, that it helps to stoke their curiosity. And, the more curious people are, the better.
There's a lot of really cool instruments that you can put on ferries or on little boats that are constantly measuring things. So you can imagine just making a little fleet of, measuring temperature, pH, salinity as all these boats go around, and just the constant stream of data that would help us understand False Creek. Maybe that would help us have a better understanding of how we could improve the health by just knowing more about it, right? See, like looking at their temperature or the salinity as they're cruising along, you might be like, it changed right here. I wonder why.